you're a political architect of the NDIS, the National Disability Insurance Scheme. I tell you what, Bill Shorten's the ideal person to fix this out-of-control program, which will soon cost more than Medicare and aged care combined, because no one's going to accuse Shorten of being its ideological enemy. In a big speech today at the National Press Club in Canberra, Shorten outlined some of the problems, especially the fraud, with crime gangs, he says, creaming off millions, hundreds of millions of dollars for bogus services and treating people with disabilities as ATMs to be milked. But fraud is not actually the main issue. The main issue is that too many people are on the scheme, including people whose disabilities are not life-changing or necessarily permanent, and some individuals on the NDIS have too much money allocated to them. The scheme that was supposed to have around 500,000 beneficiaries is now projected to hit 800,000. Some 50% of new entrants under the age of 7. Well, 50% of them, they're parents who want the NDIS to provide lifetime support to kids with autism. Now, so much so that all boys in Australia between the ages 5 and 7, of all of these boys, 1 in 10 of these boys are now on the NDIS. And while the NDIS won't fund tarot readings, people have tried, well, there is massive funding for supervised outings, for instance. Now, that's something normally families would have done, but it's now been taken over by taxpayers. This is the kind of thing that Shorten has to tackle. Get into the teeth of the disability lobby and the states who are happy to have the feds pay for more and more of the NDIS bills and to shift more of their difficult-to-provide services onto the poor federal taxpayer. Cleaning up the NDIS is one issue where I hope both sides of politics can come together, because unless they do, community support for the scheme will evaporate. And that's the last thing we need, given people with a disability doing the right thing shouldn't be punished because government isn't tough enough to crack down on the rorts and the crooks.